I think it's happening. I think we're finally broadcasting after how many weeks? How long has it been? It's been like
Maybe
3 freaking weeks.
it might be a month. Might be a month.
Well, I was in Florida until the 5th, and I did it the day before I left. So yeah, almost a month.
Yeah. Busy lives.
Yeah.
Busy lives.
Well, this whole time zone thing, it messes me up on a lot of levels. I can't get. It took me 3 weeks just to get a full night's sleep. You know, it gets light here at 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. It's like daylight. You know,
Ah, fuck. Well, it's three in the morning here.
and I bet it's pitch fucking black.
It's pitch black and really hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're telling me about the heat.
Jesus. Yeah. It's
What
the
what's the deal? Is this like the hot time of the year? May, June is hot.
Yeah, May is really fucking hot. Really hot. June and July is going to be rainy season. And we thought it
No,
started early, but rainy season
that
just means humid, and then in the afternoon it's monsoon.
okay. No, that should help cool things down. So, well, it's been an eventful 3 weeks.
Not for me.
Well, it's been eventful for you, but just in ways other than the blog
Yeah.
and the page. You've been just so damn busy with other stuff.
No, it's yeah. I basically got so much work going on and so much study to still do. I don't have the time. You're
Yeah.
carrying the
Well,
load.
I'm always carrying the load. You always throw it on me. Just like Tony will take care of it. I don't need to worry about it. You're taking me for granted.
I
I
apologize.
want a raise.
Okay, we'll negotiate after this.
Well, it's even though you haven't been on, I hope you've been keeping up with how crazy shit's gotten over the
Mm.
last
Well,
week or two.
particularly this week. Particularly this week.
Well, I went banned again. I got blocked again. This time it was only for 12 hours. It was like a Facebook wrist slap. But it was over something so ridiculously stupid, I don't believe it.
Hold on. You got banned for 24 hours for putting up Jesus with a rifle, and you only get
Yeah.
12 hours for getting a complaint from a real person.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Don't ask me. Ask Facebook community standards.
I'd love to, but they never fucking reply. They only reply to people who complain, like this.
Yeah, I,
This
I
guy.
got to figure out how to get in touch with these bozos because this was ridiculous. All right, so just to give the short story, there was a guy on one of our threads who was trying to make a bogus argument about how the Democrats and the GOP are equally responsible for the
Responsible,
shit
yes.
happening.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I'm not a Democrat, but come on. The Democrats, they're like kittens and sheep on the railroad tracks. And the GOP is the freaking train. I mean, I'm just saying, they don't, the beef I have with the Democrats is they have no balls to really stand up to the GOP. And yeah, they cave to the plutocrats and they give into all the corporate interests. But that's been going on for 40 years on both sides. There's really nothing unusual there. So we got into this big discussion, and he's just started becoming a real asshole.
Mm.
Just became a jerk, and I just, started messaging me, and I posted the message thread on Facebook on the timeline with his name blocked out. I blocked his freaking name out,
Mm.
and he complains.
Mm. Yeah, but then he got an instant reply. He got an instant ban for
Yeah.
you without anything. I don't know. They looked at the evidence and decided that well, his name was blocked out. What did
Well,
what?
it was arbitrary and it was stupid, and I'm sure it didn't violate any community standards because everybody does it. Everybody posts these stupid, message conversation threads as a screenshot. I mean, there's nothing unusual there. And the funny thing is I always block out the names, even if it's on a public comment. If it's a comment that's on Facebook page, and I copy that, and am I violating anybody's privacy? It wasn't a private note. It was a public comment. But I did it anyways. I block it out anyways, just because, nobody really needs to know this idiot's name, just in order to know how much of an idiot he is.
Mr. X.
So, anyways, I posted it, and it got a hell of a, comment buzz. Everybody was seeing how stupid this guy was for what he was saying. And then he sent this message that I never replied to. I just showed it to you now. Did you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, he just talked a lot about nothing, really. But no, he didn't because you'd said to him that I don't know, he didn't like having his ass kicked or something. He got very sensitive.
But he did get his ass kicked. I mean, he did get his ass kicked. That's why he was resorting to, petty name calling. And again, I'm a liberal. He calls me a liberal just because I understand that the GOP is more dangerous than the Democrats. That makes me a liberal.
You're always called a liberal. That's a regular thing.
Yeah, we're back to that stupid black and white argument again, and I'm getting really tired of it to the point now when people start that shit, I just become admin. I become the admin. I'm not going to debate people with the same crap over and over again. We're getting so many fresh and interesting topics to discuss that to rehash the old shit over and over again, it's just a waste of time. It's a complete waste of time. And I know we pride ourselves in being a complete and total waste of time. But can we just waste our time on more constructive things, more interesting items, So I had to digest it all day yesterday. I didn't post anything rash. I was pissed. I was fucking pissed. So I just, okay, you know what? I'm going to stay cool. I'm going to remain calm. And I'll post this up in a nice, objective way. And that's what I'm going to do. This afternoon, I'll post everything, the whole story. I'll put up all the screenshots, and I'll let other people decide.
Yeah, well, the same thing's going to happen. He'll probably complain and get you banned again. If you post something up.
Well, I'm not going to post it on Facebook. It's going on the blog.
Yeah, better.
I mean, it sucks that we have to keep diverting stuff to the blog because Facebook police is obviously so touchy and arbitrary. But, if that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. I would rather put it there and even risk less people seeing it, but knowing that it's going to be there under our control, than leave it subject to some bullshit 15-year-old kid in, New Delhi who makes a decision whether or not the content is Facebook worthy. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's just the way I feel about it right now.
Have you seen the shit that's on Facebook that isn't banned?
Yes, I have. And how about that one lady who posted the blog about with a diagram of a vagina? That was like, the topic was about getting checked for cervical cancer and shit. And her blog picture image got deleted by Facebook because they deemed it too adult and obscene. And then she came back with like a zillion examples.
Yeah. Like there's full on porn on Facebook.
Racy fan pages and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is practically porn. That's the funny thing about it is that they make these closed groups. Okay, it's a closed group, but anybody can join it. You just have to get accepted by the admin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is porn. So where do you draw the line? Where is that fucking line?
I don't know, but I wonder how many warnings you can get, or how many slaps on the wrist. I mean, you've got 3 now, right? No, I got 1.
Yeah, but I think there's a certain time limit. I think there's like if you get it within a certain time, then the clock starts again. I don't know.
Is that
I
the
actually don't
official,
know, but I mean,
Facebook word?
yeah, there's some weird formula behind it, I'm sure. And I'm still trying to figure out why was it only 12 hours. Okay, I got blocked for this for 12 hours. Yeah, it was a stupid wrist slap. And I'm telling you, it just makes me more uh, makes me not want to post the good stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, but it's shit because the good stuff is, well, it's the good stuff. But the thing, what I don't understand is that what I don't understand any of it. I don't understand the policy really behind it, because before before the last time both of us got banned for something that you put up, and then the
Yeah,
time before that,
that was a Jesus picture. That was a Jesus with the shot with the rifle
yeah, but the time
or
before
the shotgun
that,
or whatever the fuck it
the
was.
time before that, I don't know, was it me who got banned, or I don't understand the policy. Why didn't I get
Yeah, that
banned?
was the yeah when with the cartoon with
Uh-huh.
the Muslim
Muhammad, the
cartoon, the
kid,
Mohammed
right?
cartoon.
Uh-huh. So there's absolutely no consistency at all, or any logic in it.
I told you the rules are so vague
Uh-huh.
that they can make it anything they want. They purposely write it up to be vague, so they can just fit it into any situation. It really does suck, and I'm actually surprised that it hasn't happened sooner. With
Yeah, but,
something else we posted.
well, you've put up lots of conversations before, but I think the people are too, maybe they're just embarrassed and they just don't bother reporting it, or didn't know. I don't know how this guy knew that you could report this. Anyway,
Well, I think, like I said, I think he got his ego was so bruised that it just festered in him for days. Like, no, damn you holes, damn you,
yeah, because
I'm gonna get you.
he waited a week before he replied. It was a full week. It was the 21st that you left your last reply, and then the 28th was his last
Yeah,
attempt
exactly.
at.
And I didn't even bother replying to his last message because it was old news. I was done. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. And I think that's what pushed him over the edge was that he didn't get a reply from me. And
Yeah. So she will
I
fuck you.
think
Get you
that's
back.
what made him go to Facebook and whine like a squealy pig.
Mm. Yeah.
Because he
Well.
couldn't get the satisfaction of, garnering a response from me. That's my theory. I could be completely wrong, but, you know, it all fits. It was the dialogue on the comments, the little message exchange, which I posted.
Uh,
Almost a week goes by, and then he posts his little, and it wasn't little at all, that's going to go up on the page, on the blog post, and then nothing for 2 days, and then I get blocked.
and I didn't. I don't understand why I didn't. I don't like. We don't. It's obviously like they don't give joint responsibility. Well, depends on what the complaint is, I suppose. I don't know. I'm totally confused
They
by
didn't
that.
tell me. They just gave me the big "you're a loser" screen. You're logged out, and put the picture of the little conversation,
Mm.
screenshot saying that they removed that image because it violated community standards, and I was going to be blocked offline for the next 12 hours, and that was it. That was all she wrote. And,
Did
and I'll
you?
tell you, why don't they give us at least a channel to reply to this stupid stuff? Why don't they at least give us a way to, even if it doesn't go anywhere, but just pretend that we can send a message to some, grand poobah of community standards and get some kind of a second look at it.
I hope you appreciated the support I was trying to garner in your favor.
Oh, it was very funny. That was awesome. That was hysterical. Especially the pictures you put up. I didn't even know you had those pictures on the boat. Did you ever post those before?
Neither did I. I went, I must have pictures from when I met Tony. I have to. And I found the one saluting him. Oh, classic.
Well, it was very moving. A very moving welcome. We got some good feedbacks from the fans of the page.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, again, I think every once in a while, if something like this happens, maybe it means that we're doing something right. Maybe it means that we're pushing some buttons and wrinkling some people in some way that need to be. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too lofty about it.
No, well, the thing is that if you look back when maybe you got, or I got banned, I can't remember who got banned, the Muhammad one. There wasn't that much of a response, and then the second time with the Jesus, there was a little bit more response, and this time there was a lot more response. It's quite nice. There's a kind of a, I don't know what it is. It's a community, Tony.
Well, it at least shows, you know what it tells me? It tells me that at least some people give a shit. Okay. All right, not just about the page, which I still to this day am flattered that anybody gives us a minute of their time, but it tells me that people give a shit about the touchy subjects, about the stuff that will offend people, and you still have to say it. You still have to talk about it, rather than hide behind anonymity and say, oh, well, I don't want to be too offensive. I want to be nice, so I'm not going to ruffle any feathers. So I'm just not going to say anything. Mm-hmm. I've lost a lot of my friends from being vocal about my political views, about religion. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have asked me, well, is it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth losing, friends over your politics? I said, hey, I didn't unfriend them. They unfriended me. So ask them. I'm speaking my mind. I'm not going to not say anything to somebody just because I'm afraid that I'm going to offend them. If it's the truth does offend people sometimes. Mm-hmm. Has that ever happened to you?
Probably. I can't really think at the moment, to be honest. I can't remember, but it's what happens though, Tony. When you start to learn things, you start to talk to people, and people change their views over time, and you probably change your views, and then you're just not compatible. Every time I go back to Ireland,
funny is it?
Every time I go back to Ireland, I meet people. I meet people that I was friends with, and then realize that there's nothing really there. That's what happens, because you speak your mind. You go, well, actually, I don't agree with anything you're talking about, and then you're just not friends anymore, right?
Well, but a lot of my friends that I disagree with, particularly on religion and politics, we can still keep that part separate from the friendship. We can still be friends. We can still have interesting debates and not take it personally. And then you have other people who just take anything you say personally. And the funny thing is, it's people that don't really know me. It's people who I'm not, I'm just on a familiar basis with, but we're not really friends. And they're the ones who take shit uber personally because they're shocked that someone like me would be speaking my mind. And I get the same vibe from people on the page. People who don't know me from Adam and go off and make these ridiculously detailed assessments about me, because of my opinion. That never ceases to amaze me.
It's quite funny, actually.
And how often are they right? They're never right. They're always wrong. They're, oh, you live in your mom's basement, and you don't even have a job, and this is all you do all day. It's like, God, how far off can you be?
Who was the guy? There was a guy. I'm trying to think who it was. There was a guy maybe last week who was saying that he was complaining to you because I think he was calling you a socialist or communist and telling you to go to Russia. Did you see that guy? And I actually replied
Oh
saying,
yeah,
well,
yeah,
he
yeah.
actually is making his way east. He's in Finland now. He's pretty close.
He'll probably be in St. Petersburg sometime next week, so we'll get an update from him, you know. And I am. I'm going to Russia, of course. I'm curious about Russia. It's one of the countries I haven't been to, so you know, I don't. I'm not particularly overly excited about going. You know, I don't want to go to Moscow because it's just too much of a trek. But St. Petersburg is right here. It's a boat ride away. It's a train ride away. So I might as well go and check it out. You know. And it's funny because the people who make these, they talk like we're still in the Cold War. They talk like there's still an Iron Curtain, you know? It's the 21st century, for crying out loud. And they make it sound like it's still the old Soviet apparatus at work. And it's, guys, Jesus.
So you're in Finland now. What's that like?
Oh, Finland's actually it's a really pretty country. I mean, the weather's gotten better, and I'm staying with a friend who crewed with me 6 years ago,
Mm.
and things were getting a little nutty in Sweden, so I had to do a little venture out, and she invited me to come over. So I've been here for about a week and a half, and I will say this: best poker action yet in Europe. I am 5 for 5.
What you've gone out 5 times, and you just explain this to me. I'm an absolute poker.
I've played 5 sessions and I've won 5 sessions. Yes.
Ah,
So that right there alone is a very healthy draw for me because to be somewhere where I can play like that and get consistently good action and be in a really nice city. It's not a big city. I mean, there's about 500,000 people in Helsinki, you know,
no.
so it's a small city. Lots of fun places. The people are hysterically cool. I've never seen so much public drunkenness in my life. But it's been yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's a little bit on the pricey side, but
Yeah, I was
you
going
know,
to say is
can't have everything.
how do people get
So
drunk there if the alcohol's so expensive?
oh, that doesn't stop them in the least. They're gonna get their beer or their booze no matter what. We went to a karaoke bar last night, a Finnish karaoke bar, and it was like out of a movie. The characters in this place, it was fun. And but I'll tell you, watching people just standing, a lady on stiletto heels trying to belt out some Finnish love song, and she thought the song was over halfway through the song, throws the microphone down on the ground and stomps off. Oh man, it was gold. It was
Did you
gold.
get up to sing?
I did. I sang a Counting Crows song. There was enough alcohol in me to belt out a tune.
And how did it go down?
Ah, Jenny said I nailed it. The friend I was with, she said it sounded good. I couldn't hear myself, but yeah, karaoke for us back in the day, we used to do karaoke. You know, everybody would get shit faced and jump up on the microphone, and
Uh-huh.
so for me, it was no big deal.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was good times. But that's the thing that's kind of affecting us is our time zone difference because we're 8 hours apart.
Hmm.
So that's one of the reasons we haven't been able to do a
Is it
recap.
it's nearly midday over there?
Yeah, it's 20 to noon right now.
Well, it's like 20 to 4 here
Yeah.
now on a
And
Friday.
I know you had a fun night, so
Yeah, just
uh,
relaxing at home with music and cats. Oh, I did I tell you I have a new cat? I did tell you, did I?
No, you didn't tell me. You told me, but you didn't show them to me yet. So,
I think she's in there. She's sleeping.
well, show me later. We'll do it on another one.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, all right. Well, I guess we covered it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening on the page and on the blog that we're getting some really solid, good discussions, and that to me is heartening, especially with the fact that we're both still kind of busy, that things can kind of still stay on their own wavelength, even if we can't get involved as much as we'd like to. So if anybody's watching, we appreciate that, and please keep it up and keep giving us your feedback, and we'll stay on it as much as we can. It's a labor of love.
It sure is.
So,
It's sure not a labor of money, that's for sure.
yeah. Well, we've got to figure out some way to get paid from this, but in a way that people won't consider us horrific sellouts. So,
Yeah, capitalist piggies.
So, all right. Well, I guess that's it. We're good on time, aren't we?
I don't know. I haven't been looking at the time at all. No, I don't.
I think we're about a half an hour, so
Okay,
we
well,
can end it here. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for everybody's comments, your feedbacks, and I'm gonna have the whole story about the latest block up on the blog probably by the same time this video was up. So check that out. And speaking from Finland, cheers, and Ian in Mexico.
thank you.
And stay cool, and we'll see you guys on the blog and the page and on the next hangout. So, Ian, any parting thoughts, or are you just too stoned?
Thanks for watching.
All right, so we'll see you guys out there, and ending broadcast.